Back in 1994, a lab directly under the United States Air Force issued a 3-page judgment for a project to mass-produce gay bombs. In fact, the gay bomb or homosexual bomb is the unofficial name of a fictional chemical psychological weapon that doesn't actually exist. It wasn't designed to be lethal, but the US Air Force once aimed to realize the basic principle of this weapon, which was to release female sex pheromones into enemy forces, thereby creating gay troops who would prefer hiding and cuddling rather than fighting. The idea was to weaken the enemy's combat effectiveness. Later, this project was not only a failure but was also awarded the Ig Nobel Peace Prize in 2007, a fake version of the prestigious Nobel Peace Prize, which is typically awarded for extraordinary or absurd scientific achievements. The very name of the prize, Ig Nobel, is a wordplay on ex noob, meaning lowly or inferior, as a way to mock and criticize these nonsensical research projects.
This is not a regular flashlight, it's a solar-powered flashlight that doesn't require batteries. It will light up when there is sunlight, and if there is no sunlight, it definitely won't light up. But if you shine another flashlight on it, it will light up. See? See?
Many people call themselves devotees of timepieces, that is, watches. They may spend hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars just to own one. However, not everyone may notice an interesting detail: the time displayed on these watches, especially in advertising images, is almost always 10:10 or sometimes 10:10 and 36 seconds in 99.99% of cases. This is not by accident. The reason is simply yet very clever. Arranging the hour and minute hands at these positions not only ensures that they don't cover the logo or brand name elements that make up the core value of a watch, but it also unintentionally creates a frame that highlights these important details on the watch face. When the two hands point to 10:10, it creates a perfect balance, making the watch look aesthetically pleasing and easy to read. People have calculated, and I've gathered the information, that the total amount of money currently in the world, including physical money, money in bank accounts, and savings, is approximately $6 trillion. Of that, about $5 trillion, around 8%, is real money, meaning physical currency such as paper money or coins. The remaining $55 trillion is in computers and digital records. From here on, those chubby girls will have another reason to comfort themselves and justify their excessive eating habits. They might indulge in eating about a dozen eggs, either chicken or duck, every morning. Scientifically speaking, you're only consuming about 10 cells for breakfast. Indeed, unlike regular chicken or duck eggs, fertilized eggs, like those from female ducks, are essentially a giant cell without the shell, with the core being the yolk, which is the cell's nucleus. Throughout its lifetime, an average worker bee can produce about 1/12 teaspoon of honey, which is approximately 0.416 milliliters. Using similar calculations, it's found that to gather 1 liter, 1,000 milliliters, of honey, the hardest working workers in the world, these bees, would need to fly a distance totaling nearly 200,000 kilometers and visit around 4.44 million flowers. Similarly, fish also sleep, and their sleep is filled with interesting facts. For example, most fish species sleep with their eyes open simply because they can't fully close their eyes. Fish don't have eyelids. Moreover, most fish, including species like salmon, have to sleep while swimming to keep water flowing over their gills, preventing suffocation. Interestingly, dolphins, despite being called fish, are mammals, and they sleep with only one hemisphere of their brain at a time. According to scientists, this is to help them occasionally surface for air and keep an eye out for sharks. As for me, I'm a simple and practical person, and I believe these creatures sleeping with 50% of their brain is definitely a strategy to keep watch for their wives, making sure they're not gossiping or snooping through their wallets. I have some good news for all of humanity. From now on, we no longer need to worry about Earth's finite water resources. Recently, scientists from NASA discovered a massive water reservoir. Indeed, its estimated volume is about 140,000 trillion times the total amount of water currently on Earth. This gigantic water reservoir is believed to be located around a quasar, a type of object that resembles a star but is actually the core of a very active galaxy. It is hypothesized that at the center of these quasars, similar to large and supermassive galaxies, there are supermassive black holes, with masses ranging from millions to billions of times the mass of our Sun. These super black holes consume matter from vast gas accretion disks and, at the same time, emit energy hundreds to thousands of times more powerful than large galaxies like our own. Returning to the largest water reserve in the universe, it turns out that scientists will no longer need to worry about Earth's water supply. Instead, all they need to do is invent a technology that can help us extract that water from a distance of about 12 billion light-years away. The baobab tree, scientifically known as Adansonia, is an often unnoticed but frequent contender for being one of the most intimidating trees in the world, as well as an admin in the International Selfish Trees Association. Indeed, living in harsh environments in Madagascar, Africa, Australia, and India, the baobab takes full advantage of its massive size to stockpile up to 120,000 liters of water, equivalent to 120 cubic meters, within its trunk to sustain itself. Speaking of its physical advantage, the baobab is considered one of the largest trees in the world, with a trunk circumference that can reach up to 47 meters, a trunk diameter of up to 11 meters, and a height of 30 meters. It is also believed to be a long-living species, although the exact lifespan remains controversial. One particular specimen, called the Big Baobab in South Africa, is estimated to be over 1,060 years old, though some sources exaggerate the age to as much as 6,000 years, leaving us a bit confused about which number to trust. In the rainforests of some Central and South American countries like Costa Rica, Ecuador, Panama, and Colombia, there is a species of plant with flowers that at first glance look like the lips of seductive women. Perhaps because of this, they are commonly known as hooker slip flowers. Speaking of plants with awkward appearances, there are others that resemble various figures. For example, the monkey or kid orchid has a face that strongly resembles a monkey, while the Aristolochia salvadorensis plant looks strikingly similar to the character D. Vader from Star Wars. The Anguloa uniflora has flowers that resemble babies in cribs, and the impatient Spirion looks like a little girl screaming. There is even a type of orchid that uncannily depicts a man in the nude, like a young male with all limbs in full display. What's even more intriguing is that some plants have body parts resembling human features. The Makinai tree looks like ears, while the fruit of the guarana plant resembles eyes. The dry flowers of the snapdragons resemble human skulls. Oddly enough, there are plants such as the Ponad mop found in remote areas of Cambodia, and the Peter pepper with shapes that resemble body parts such as reproductive organs. Interestingly, some parts of certain plants have shapes that eerily resemble parts of the human anatomy, like the private areas of women.